With the Florida primary just 2 months away, one Republican candidate for Florida's 13th district is hoping to unseat former Florida governor and current Representative Crist. Here's One America's Stefan Kleinhenz with more.
I'm joined now by George Buck, running for Congress in Florida's 13th district. George, you have quite an extensive resume here. You were a firefighter, you're a veteran, you've done some extensive research on terrorism, domestic terrorism or biological terrorism. Why are you running for Congress?
I'm so sick and tired of what's going on in Washington. Never had dreams about running for politics in my life. And one of the main reasons is I'm a disabled veteran. I was injured from a hard landing in a helicopter. And I went to a workshop that Crist was hosting. And it was for veterans. So it was 50 combat wounded veterans in one room. And the first 50 minutes, it was just a bunch of kids. And I have no problem with kids. My daughter's 23. But they had no idea what the audience was like. They had no examples. They couldn't relate to us. And every time we asked a question, they just blew us off and they said, look into the Federal Register. And then Charlie walked in, spent five minutes on the phone, stood up, said, rah, rah, veterans, and turned around and walked out and never took any questions. Now I'm paraphrasing, and a good friend of mine said, why don't you do something about this? I said, what am I gonna do? I'm just a fireman. He said, go kick his butt. So I went home, got online, and here I am.
Wow. So if you win your election, if you defeat Crist, you're going to be entering Congress in a very crucial time. The country's divided on pretty much any issue at this point. You know, getting into Congress, what are some of the things that you want to tackle, and how are you going to fix these issues and bring the country together?
Well, I have 5 major areas that I'm responsible for. First, Tampa Bay. First, my district, then Tampa Bay, state of Florida, the United States, and foreign policy. And I work off of, it's kind of like eating an elephant. You can't do it all in one sitting, so you do little bits and pieces. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to break it down to 3 things: life, liberty, and a pursuit of happiness. Letting more businesses develop, less regulations, protecting the people, protecting the environment. That's an extremely important thing to me, especially here in Florida. We have pristine beaches and we need to preserve those. And the Everglades and things like that. But I'm going to be dealing on veterans issues. I'm closing Crist's office downtown St. Pete, and I'm moving my office on the campus of Bay Pines VA Hospital, which is the 2nd largest in the country. Because I'm going to do that, I want veterans to be able to come right over after they have a problem with the bureaucracy of the VA, and then I want my citizens to go to the VA to talk to me, who are not veterans, to see the cost of freedom.
So George, you're an outsider, and there's this new wave of outsiders like yourself who have come because of President Donald Trump. You get into DC, you get into Washington. How are you going to be different than the status quo here?
I owe nobody. I have no PAC money. I have no corporate money, and I have no special interest money. The only people that I owe are the citizens of my district and the citizens of my state and the country. We're looking pretty close to $1 million here by the end of the month, to the end of the quarter. And like I said, they're all people donations. I know candidates on Open Secrets. They have hundreds of lobbyists, money going to them. So when they go to Washington, they're going to owe a lot of people. I owe firemen, I owe police, and I owe the citizens of this community.
George Buck running for Congress against Crist in Florida's 13th district. George, thank you so much for your time.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.